Good morning everyone, and thank you for inviting me to speak at this year's virtual ACRS conference. We're experiencing significant challenges at the moment, locally and globally, and personally, as we work to fight the COVID-19 and now the Delta strain. But reducing road trauma also remains an important challenge. Many of you will be familiar with ANCAP SAFETY and our star ratings, which allow consumers to compare the level of safety a vehicle provides, both to its occupants and to other road users. And many of you will also be familiar with our crash testing, our traditional destructive laboratory-based tests. But today I'd like to share insights into the newer aspects of the ANCAP test and rating regime, where we move beyond what happens when a crash occurs and examine a vehicle's ability to actively and autonomously prevent or mitigate the effects of a crash. The theme for today's plenary session is Will Technology Save Us? And that is the impetus for ANCAP SAFETY's current and future focus. Vehicle brands have made great gains in passive safety performance, or how the vehicle protects its occupants and pedestrians if a crash occurs. But going forward, it is the active safety systems which will see dramatic reductions in the number of lives lost and serious injuries sustained. The vision you're seeing here is taken directly from our Safety Assist performance testing. Safety Assist testing has been part of ANCAP's requirements since 2018. ANCAP is no longer focused solely on assessing crashworthiness, and through our protocols, we're encouraging vehicle manufacturers to fast-track the fitment of advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS, to actively help avoid crashes in the first place. The focus on active safety systems permeates our ratings process. You can see here that our star ratings are broken down into 4 key areas of assessment, or pillars: adult occupant protection, child occupant protection, vulnerable road user protection, and Safety Assist. 3 of these 4 pillars require good levels of performance for active safety systems, and this is intentional. The safety of a vehicle should not be looked at in 2 distinct silos of crashworthiness or crash avoidance. ANCAP takes a holistic approach to balance a vehicle's ability to protect if involved in a crash with its ability to avoid a crash in the first place. Our objective is to create pressure for vehicle manufacturers to enhance all aspects of their vehicles, to provide their consumers, or our road users, with the best all-round safety possible. And this is where ANCAP's role really comes to the fore. Our purpose has always been 2-pronged: to provide consumers with independent vehicle safety information so that they can make more informed vehicle choices, and to encourage vehicle manufacturers to continuously improve the safety specifications of the vehicles they design, build, and sell to our market. ANCAP's approach can be summarised as building confidence among consumers and influencing vehicle manufacturers. 2 of the key vehicle safety technologies ANCAP has been encouraging for some years now are autonomous emergency braking, or AEB, and lane support systems, referred to here as LSS, which actively prevent the vehicle from running off the road by monitoring the painted line markings or identifying the road edge. AEB has been shown to reduce the risk of real-world rear-end crashes by close to 60%. It has also been attributed to a 27% reduction in fatal crashes. A report released by Monash University's Accident Research Centre last year showed that almost 1/3 of all light vehicle crashes could be avoided or mitigated by AEB. Similarly, lane support systems can reduce head-on and single vehicle crashes by 30%. Analysis by General Motors and the University of Michigan further supports the benefits of LSS, showing it can reduce lane departure crashes by 20% and lane change crashes by 26%. Here's a look at how the vehicle safety technologies available in today's vehicles are helping to address our road safety challenge.
Today's collision avoidance technologies can help turn a negative into a positive. Look for a vehicle with active lane keep assist. Let's rewrite the ending.
This campaign was produced by ANCAP and carries the tagline, "Let's rewrite the ending." Negative crash outcomes no longer have to be the case. The campaign is designed to show consumers that these life-saving technologies are not future technologies, but today's technologies. They're available in mainstream vehicles today and are technologies that consumers should be seeking out.
Look for a vehicle with auto emergency braking. Let's rewrite the ending.
ANCAP's influence and a significant positive response from vehicle brands has seen the standard fitment of AEB rise from 3% to a current standard fitment of 74% in just 5 years. The fitting of AEB technology to today's vehicles is voluntary, however. But the Australian Government has announced a proposal to mandate car-to-car and pedestrian detecting AEB systems on new vehicle models. The rules will commence for new models from July next year and all models from July 2024. We've also seen a similar increase in the fitment of lane support systems. In just 2 years, standard fitment has risen from 35% in mid-2019 to 63% today. Manufacturer response to ANCAP's non-regulatory influence is clear. Our role now, however, is to further build consumer confidence in these and other emerging technologies. Step 1 is educating consumers on the availability, function, benefits and limitations for both our novice drivers as well as our seasoned drivers. We want to get the message out there. Do not switch these systems off. They are designed to assist the driver, and switching them off negates the potential road safety benefits. At first, some of these systems might feel a little unusual, or in some cases intrusive, but they are there to help. Step 2 is fostering an appetite for what's to come. While we are still in the phase of driver assist technologies, driver replacement or assisted driving technologies are not that far away. If we are to realise the shared goal of Vision Zero, as consumers we must embrace change and have confidence in vehicle manufacturers and their systems. As a road safety community, we must build market demand and work with governments and infrastructure providers to build an environment that will support assisted and automated driving in the future. While ANCAP has been extremely influential in pushing vehicle manufacturers to introduce higher levels of structural and technology-based safety into their vehicles, Australia still faces a significant road safety challenge. As shown here, people are still dying on our roads. Looking at road deaths in Australia by road user type, this information helps shape the future focus of ANCAP testing. I doubt it will come as a surprise to this audience that vehicle drivers and passengers are the most at-risk road user groups. ANCAP's broadening crash test requirements are working to address this challenge. But what I will draw your attention to are the pedestrian, motorcyclist and pedal cyclist segments of this chart, in light grey, yellow and dark grey. From January 2023, the next major step change in stringency and breadth of the ANCAP test and rating regime will take effect. This will see changes introduced to minimise road trauma among these vulnerable road user groups. From 2023, the percentage thresholds for each star rating level in the vulnerable road user pillar will increase by 10%, making it harder for a manufacturer to achieve any star rating level without improved active and passive VRU protection for pedestrians, cyclists and motorcyclists. Also from 2023, a new, more sophisticated leg form impactor will be introduced to our pedestrian protection tests. This leg form replicates a full leg with upper body mass, and the assessment wraparound distance for pedestrian protection will extend from 1800 mils to 2500 mils to account for cyclist head impacts not previously assessed. Looking at AEB and LSS testing, additional nighttime scenarios will be added, as will pedestrian turning and cyclist dooring scenarios. And new AEB and LSS tests will be introduced with a powered two-wheeler or motorcycle target that you can see on screen now. A range of other new and updated tests and assessments will also be introduced from 2023, focusing on driver and passenger protection, child occupant protection, and post-crash response. Two brand new aspects include an assessment of child presence detection, or CPD systems, which are technology-based systems that directly monitor the rear seats of a vehicle and notify parents of a child that may have inadvertently been left in a locked car, and vehicle submergence, which addresses vehicles entering floodwaters or other bodies of water, and assesses whether car doors can be opened without battery power and whether electric windows remain functional and able to be opened after a vehicle has entered the water for up to 10 minutes after submergence. Looking to 2025 and beyond, ANCAP will introduce an assessment of, and thereby encourage the fitment of, V2X technology. V2X enables a vehicle to wirelessly send information about its speed and position, receive information on the speed and position of surrounding vehicles, pedestrians and cyclists, and receive information from traffic signals and signs. These systems hold great promise in crash avoidance. From 2025, ANCAP will award points to vehicles with V2X technology. Early systems will provide information to the driver on surrounding traffic and other road users, allowing the driver to initiate a response through braking or steering and potentially avoid a crash. As the technologies advance, responses to surrounding road users will be initiated autonomously by the vehicle through automated braking and steering systems. Vehicle manufacturers will also need to demonstrate their systems meet UN regulations for cybersecurity and software safety. New vehicle safety technologies are being developed as we speak. It's difficult to predict which of these will have the biggest impact on reducing road trauma in future years. And we must recognise that we will continue to operate a mixed fleet for some time to come. There will be differing levels of automation, and it's a really important point to remember. ANCAP's role will be critical, and we will remain focused on encouraging the technologies which show early signs of promise. As a result, Australian and New Zealand road users will benefit from these technologies far quicker than would otherwise be the case. It's also important to remember that no one technology or treatment alone will be a silver bullet. The ANCAP test process is iterative, and we will continue to bear pressure on manufacturers to offer the most advanced safety features and technologies possible. But it will take continued effort from all facets of the road safety fraternity to achieve Vision Zero. My ask to you as fellow road safety advocates is to embrace the technologies that are available today. Where you can, look for the newest, safest vehicle you can afford. Harness the benefits of today's technologies and encourage others to do the same. Nobody should lose a loved one on the road. Let's see if we can work together to achieve Vision Zero.